Everyone wonders how players perform so well. Why do they see opponents in Molotovs and smoke and I can't? Why is everything smooth and clear for them, while my image is jacked? What's the difference between them and me? First and foremost, it's the game settings. Your gaming experience hinges on it. How well you control the mouse in the game and how clearly you sense characters' movements. Without the right settings, reaching a professional level is impossible. The game's outcome depends on micro moments and every pixel you see. So, to be on par with other players, you need to know and use all the tricks when configuring the game. Today, I'll demonstrate the using Ropz as an example. I believe he needs no introduction. I'll just remind you that his team currently holds the top spot in the HLTV rankings. Let's start with the video settings. Ropz is one of the few who plays with a 16:9 aspect ratio. He set the trend when most captains switched to Full HD resolution because of its wider field of view and better visibility of opponents. Here's the clear example. Plopsky play with a 4:3 aspect ratio and can't see an opponent although it's clear on the commentator's screen.
Plopsky, please gets it eventually. They've only got one more opportunity.
It turns out, yeah. Oh my lord.
He nearly turned. Hunter nearly turned, and then Plopsky. I swear he saw him there on the wide.
Well, as soon as he starts shooting.
Like all professional players, he uses the Zowie XL 2566K monitor with a refresh rate of 240 Hz. His in-game brightness is set at 80%. So here are the advanced settings. Boost player contrast enabled, similar to CSGO, which enhances the visibility of opponents. Vertical sync disabled. Multi-sampling anti-aliasing mode, SMAA2. Global shadow quality, high quality. This setting gives an advantage as shadows react to any light source, allowing to see opponents before they appear. Modal texture detail, medium texture detailing to avoid pixelation. Texture filtering mode, 16x to enhance texture quality. Shader detail, low. This setting no longer requires a high value due to changes in fire. Particle detail, low to see frames per second as it does not significantly affect the image. Ambient occlusion, high quality. This adds realism to the image by calculating light intensity. High dynamic range, quality. Controls the brightness range between the brightest and darkest pixels. Fidelity FX Super Resolution disabled. Nvidia reflects low latency, enabled with boost. Let's move on to monitor settings. Robin uses custom settings and you can see them on screen now. To examine them in detail, feel free to pause the video. Black equalizer 1, color vibrance 14, love blue light 0, brightness 15, contrast 35, sharpness 5, picture mode standard, gamma 5, AMA high. Wrong sound settings lead to poor map orientation. How you hear what's happening on the map, where shots are coming from, where grenades are thrown, and where your opponents step depends on it. So let's dive into the settings. EQ profile, natural. This preset doesn't alter the sounds, they reach you without any processing. Left-right isolation, 100%. This provides a strong sense of left versus right. Perspective correction, no. Sound emitters at the edge of your field of view will sound strongly pendant to either left or right respectively. Startup parameters significantly affect the frame rate in the game. Their configuration is crucial, but since Robin has an RTX 4090 graphics card and a Ryzen 9 7550 processor, he doesn't worry about FPS. However, he still uses some parameters. To access startup parameters, go to the library, right-click on CS2, go to Properties, scroll down to see Launch options. Here, he inputs novid. This command removes the game startup, splash screen and tickrate 128. It increases the tickrate on private servers, which aids in grenade training. If you talk about Nvidia control panel settings, he uses the game settings as everyone else. I detailed these settings in one of my previous videos, so if you're interested, you can click on the prompt in the upper corner for more information. Mouse settings are a crucial configuration in the game because if you don't feel the sensitivity well, all other settings won't make sense. He plays with a Zowie EC2 CW mouse. Like 99% of professional players, Ropz uses the following mouse settings: 400 dpi and a signal refresh rate of 1000 Hz. Speaking of in-game mouse settings, he sets the sensitivity to 1.77 and zoom sensitivity to 1. And now let's move on to Crosshair. Its settings are equally important. It determines how you feel when shooting. Here are his Crosshair settings. Crosshair color 1, style 4, size 2, thickness 0, dot 0, and gap -3. This is how it looks in the game. It's thin and relatively large, making it easy to control the spray. I'll leave the code for this Crosshair in the description below the video. Ropz hand settings are standard. With these settings, there are many grenade lineups available. If you have the same settings, it will be much easier for you to learn and use new grenades. Let's go through the comments for their configuration. Viewmodel field of view 68. Viewmodel offset X 2.5. Viewmodel offset Y 0. Viewmodel offset Z -1.5. Viewmodel preset pose 3. The last aspect regarding his settings is the radar. It's quite simple. To change it, go to Settings, Game, Radar. Radar centers the players, yes. Radar is rotating, yes. Radar grid size 1. Radar map zoom 0.6. And toggle shape with scoreboard, no. Those were all the Ropz recent settings. If you're interested in further information about optimizing the game settings for better FPS and graphics quality, we have a video on our channel. I hope this video was helpful. If so, don't forget to subscribe, like and share the video with friends. If you'd like to see settings on other professional players, leave a comment down below. And remember, mindlessly copying other settings and habits won't necessarily lead you to the same result. See you in the next video. Bye bye.